Hello and welcome everyone. How are you doing today? This is Sido for Team Bass Poker, and today we are going for another game on the 100s rag speed Winamax, and we are having a recreational on the left and an unknown to the right. Very good setup, and let's try to make the max out of it. We have already an interesting hand that ended by split, and let's review the action. Of course you cannot see the action, but that should be fine. And 4-6 here, he's limping, so he's a recreational as well. That's good. And yeah, I think this guy will not ISO a lot. It's on the loose side definitely, but should be fine. He's now min raised into one big blind. I mean, we did complete half blind. It was way worth it, but now we have to add in one blind. It was already marginal for the half big blind. Now that we have to add one big blind, we should skip it. So he's c-betting with a small, a delay c-betting on the turn with a small sizing, and jack 8 here. We are min raising from the button. There is a mid connected board, but the gap between the three cards are still on the high side, and we have a backdoor flash draw, backdoor and a gut shot, which is definitely good. And he's calling our c-bet. We want to realize our equity. We are going to see two cards, so turn and river. We are checking, and this queen is a good card for our bluffing range against recreational, because we can put some pressure on 4x 7x, but we don't need really to make it very big, so half pot. And he's just calling with a flush, so that's very good. King 9 here, I'm not going to 3-bet shove, because we saw that he's limping the button, so he's not on the loose side with his raising range. So I just want to play with the hand that plays very good post flop. Here the SPR will be 1 on the turn, so he can shove the turn. So I take the initiative here, shove myself. I can generate some fold equity, and if he is calling, we have a good equity, because on the turn we will actually just lose a bunch of our equity. So instead of having the 40%, we will have like 20%, of course, if we don't improve. But if we improve, we have 100% equity. But yeah, additional to the fold equity that we can have here and there, that's definitely fine. Here I'm 2.5x in with 7-8 suited in a new game. We have a call, we are hitting trips. I'm going for a check, even though like population might overcall here. I'm still going for the check, because the little, or not little, but still enough folds, like 30%, 40% folds here on those kind of board texture. I don't want to lose my equity. I don't want him to fold his complete airtype hands. This might improve on the turn. So I'm going for a delay bet, and on the turn, this is the turn, the street where you want to size up, and therefore I went for a pot bet, and he's just folding. That's good. Queen 8 here. This guy is limping, so we are having another 2 recreational game. That looks very good. And here we are hitting a queen. Sometimes we will need protection, and you should lead those kind of multi-way pots. But since we are hitting a queen, and the gap between the queen and the second card is very high, and those players shouldn't, I mean, he should have 3x and 4x in his range, but not this player, not that much, so I don't want them to start folding. And he's betting on the low side on the flop, then the turn paired, that's not very good for us. Still betting on the low side, that's very good for us. And now he is having a decision. If he's going very big, I'm going to fold it. If he's going small, we have an easy call. He's checking, that's definitely fine, and he's playing with a gut shot. All right, 6-7 here. We are not going to play this one, should be fine. And we should have played. and then lose against 7-8. Right, 5 deuce suited. We are now going to defend this one even against some min ISO. Folding would not be the worst play because there is still play to X behind us, and calling will not guarantee us to see a flop. So we are going to call, but not seeing a flop, which is very bad. But this guy shows that he is not on the aggressive side, and therefore we can just call. If you expect some limp shove from the button, then you should skip it. 3.5x, king 9, 7.1 might look very easy call, but actually you should hugely overfold against those kind of sizing, especially against a guy that did limp. So if someone did limp, we should definitely overfold. 7-9 here, we are open shoving and we are facing a jack 9. Unfortunate, but it's very standard, and we go for the next one, and we go for another one here, and the same player here on the left with another recreational on the right, the same player. Oops. And the other player here is kind of unknown. He's limping now. We are going for a check back, and we are here float betting against his check, and we are hitting a gut shot. We check, hoping to realize our equity. This doesn't happen, and we should definitely give up. Here, king 8, we can ISO 3x to try to play against him post flop. The recreational is ISO shoving, that's fine. Queen 9 offsuit, we are min raising, playing on the loose side against this like this kind of setup. But if this guy is showing a lot of aggression, then we can definitely slow down a little bit and play not on the tight side, but just a little bit tighter. Right here, he's checking on the flop. We are hitting bottom pair, and he's going for a delay overbet shove. That's fine. Ace 3 off. We are just going and open shoving. This time went through, and king deuce not playing it, and 7-3 off. Same, easy fold. Queen 3, we have an easy fold after this guy did limp. If he didn't limp and we have some kind of info about this guy, we can limp, see bet. If not, or like we know that he's on the aggressive side, we can skip it. Ace 9 here, we open shove, and we are hitting an ace against jack 9. That's a nice spot, even though like it wasn't a big pot, that should be good enough. And queen 6 here, we are going for a limp, and we are hitting 2 pair in a monotone board. He's donking, that's very good. So I'm going for a raise with the intention to just shove any turn. That's a good turn, I would say. We go for it, and it's jack 9. We got lucky with this turn. He's hitting 2 pairs. We are getting it with 90% equity. That's very good, and we are now leading this one. And 10 deuce, we are limping. I'm still going to see bet here. We need protection. If he's having something like a 6-7 or any random 2 overcards that are folding, we still deny equity. We are denying around 30% equity, which is definitely very good. He wasn't very aggressive against the limps, but he was still going broke. Not super wide, but at least calling all his ace X's. So ace 9 here, I just put it into the open shove, should be fine. And queen 7 here, we are not going to ISO shove. We want to play against him post flop, because we expect a lot of EV. And here I'm going to pro bet because he might he might not have a lot of deuce x, 3x, 4x, and he will have a lot of gut shots. And of course, continuing on the river with the half pot sizing should be fine. 6-3 off, we are limping. He's ISO shoving, good. We have nothing against this. And pocket 7 here, we get it in against queen 8, and we did hold. That's nice. Let's go for the saloon. And that's an interesting saloon. I will go for the 7-8 because yeah, we want a straight flush. So let's change it. That was close. That was close for a flush. All right, that was it for today, everyone. Hope you liked it. And I wish you good luck at the table and see you next time. Bye bye, everyone.